The morning air still smelled like roses and champagne when she realized I wasn't coming. I can almost picture her, veil trembling in the wind, mascara bleeding down her cheeks, guests whispering, photographers lowering their cameras out of pity. The perfect scene for a bride abandoned. Only she wasn't abandoned, she was exposed. And that, to me, was the difference between cruelty and justice. I met Claire 3 years ago at a mutual friend's party, a blur of fairy lights and soft jazz. She was radiant in a careless way, laughing too loud, pretending not to notice everyone watching her. I did, of course I did. She had that kind of gravity, pulling you in until you forget who you were before her. We were opposites. I was quiet, deliberate. She was chaos wrapped in charm. Somehow, it worked. Or maybe I just wanted it to. For a while it was good, almost cinematic. Late-night drives, morning coffee rituals, plans for a future that felt inevitable. When I proposed, she cried, the kind of tears you think mean love. I didn't realize they could mean something else entirely. The first cracks appeared small. Missed calls, new passwords, sudden silences between us that didn't used to exist. When I asked, she'd laugh. You're overthinking again, babe. Maybe I was, until I wasn't. The night before our wedding, I was lying in bed, scrolling through last-minute details, when a notification appeared. Claire's Bridesmaids, RING. I shouldn't have been in that group, but one of them, her friend Mia, must have added me by mistake. I was about to leave when I saw my name in a message. Claire, don't worry, I'll still sneak away with my ex before the honeymoon. He's too good to give up completely. Mia, girl, you're insane. Sarah, just make sure your husband doesn't find out before the wedding. Claire, please, he'd never suspect a thing. They laughed. I didn't. I read the messages twice, then a third time, just to make sure I wasn't imagining it. No, it was real, every word. That's when everything went quiet in my head, the kind of silence that comes before something breaks. But nothing broke, not me, not yet. I didn't rage, didn't call her, didn't confront her that night. I just lay there, watching the shadows crawl across the ceiling, realizing the woman sleeping a few doors away was already gone, replaced by something colder. So I did what I do best. I planned. By morning, I had turned my heartbreak into blueprints. First, I called my lawyer, quietly. We canceled the joint accounts she didn't know I'd opened in my name only, froze the transfers she thought were for the honeymoon. Then I called the venue and explained, calmly, that the wedding was postponed, but to keep everything ready until I said otherwise. Then came the message, the one I drafted with surgical precision. Claire, I'm sorry. Something urgent came up. I'll see you tomorrow at the altar. She sent back a heart emoji. That's how I knew she still believed she was untouchable. The next morning, as guests filled the chapel, I was already gone. Not missing, gone. Instead of vows, she received a delivery at the venue, a small box tied with white ribbon. Inside, her phone, unlocked. On the screen, the group chat. Scrolled up to her message, highlighted. Under it, a note. You were right. I'd never suspect a thing. Until I did. Her mother read it before she did. Her father saw it seconds later. I can only imagine the sound that followed. Whispers turning into gasps, gasps into silence. The ceremony didn't end in applause, but in collapse. Later that afternoon, I was sitting at a quiet cafe 2 towns over, still in my suit, watching the rain trace patterns on the window. My phone buzzed, her name flashing again and again. Calls, messages, voicemails. I didn't answer. Then one last text appeared. Please, can we just talk? I typed one sentence in reply. You already did, just not to me. Then I turned off my phone. It's strange how quickly love can decompose once the illusion dies. People think heartbreak destroys you. It doesn't. It clarifies you. I saw everything clearly now. who she was, who I'd been pretending to be, and the quiet power in walking away without explaining. No revenge screams louder than absence. No justice cuts deeper than indifference. I heard later she tried to spin it, that I'd gotten cold feet, that the truth travels in whispers, and whispers have reach. Her friends began to distance themselves, the story leaked, the laughter stopped. They said she cried for weeks. I didn't feel sorry, not even once. I'm not sure where she is now. Maybe she's with him, the ex she couldn't give up. Maybe she isn't. What I do know is that somewhere out there, every time she looks at a wedding dress, she remembers the one she never got to wear. Not because the groom ran away, but because the mask slipped too soon. And me? I didn't lose a bride. I escaped a lie.